Thank you, guys. Yeah, so I know you all are pretty excited about this new show that I'm going to be doing here on Spreaker. I have not done Spreaker in probably a good 3 years. It's been a long time since I've done Spreaker. And we are going to do a podcast, and I'm hopefully going to be starting to do these live, if I can, because I want people to come in and chat with me and things like that as we do these. But I am drinking, shout out to Woodchuck for their fine beverage. It's oak aged Granny Smith apple flavor. It's winter chill, which is good, actually. But we're going to be doing a little bit of a recording here for a new show that I want to do, and that is Metal Album Mania. Yeah, we're going to be doing that. Let me turn the lights off here real fast, get this all set up for you all. Hold on just a second. Okay. All right, and we're back. So, let's get started with things. So I guess we're going to go ahead and ring the bell because the school is going to be in session here. Yep. All right. So I feel I have one of these videos on my YouTube, and I want to continue to do YouTube as well, but I want to see if anybody likes this before I do post a lot of these up there, because I don't want to post 20 videos and then nobody watch them and then be like, well, that sucked. So we got about 30 minutes here. We got about a half-hour show, and we are going to do this. Drinking some Milo Sweet Iced Tea. It is probably the best. It's better than Red Diamond. It's better than Red Diamond. It's better than Arizona Sweet Tea. It's better than the store brand Sweet Tea. It's better than Prairie Farm Sweet Tea. It's just good all the way around. And this way, I don't have to look at the camera, and you all can hear me still. And I don't have to look at the camera and make my face look like I'm talking to you. Okay, let me grab this out the way. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let's get this out the way here, guys. Get these out the way. Get my dip out the way. Get this over there. First things first, before we start the actual album review, I want to take a minute to recommend a book for you all. If you guys are not... there's actually 2 books I want to recommend. I don't have the other one with me right here, right now, because it's over there. I think it is. Is it not over there? Well, where did it go? I know it's got it. Oh, it's right there, I think. Is it? No. There it is. Let me grab it real quick. Okay. Have the book here with me. These 2 books I want to recommend to you. It's called Sound of the Beast. It's by Ian Christie. It's called Sound of the Beast: The Complete The Complete Headbanging History of Heavy Metal. Now, this book is really in depth. It basically goes through all of everything. There's interviews with Black Sabbath, Metallica, Metal, Morbid Angel, Megadeth, Twisted Sister, Kiss, Slipknot, and many others. Genre box explaining black metal, power metal, thrash metal, new metal, and more. More than 100 rare unpublished photos and 30-year graphic timeline of metal milestones. Hilarious metal list and 25 most original recordings of all time. It's just packed full of knowledge. If you're a headbanging metal fan like me, it's funny. There's even a genre box for porn rock. Okay, that's that one, and it is really in depth. It's by Ian Christie, and it's really, really good. Now the next one is by Daniel Buxspan, and it is called the Encyclopedia of Heavy Metal, the complete, revised, and updated encyclopedia. Now this is 2012 book here, the Heavy Metal Encyclopedia, so it's not 100% up to date as of now, I don't think, but it is probably 95 to 98% fully up to date. Because really, there's not much to say about anything else, but I don't think any of the... let's see here. I gotta get an actual band here. Hold on. I want to find a band that's not actually still touring after... What's he talking? Do they have any of their list? Yeah, it gets up most of their albums. If there's an album that's some band made or a band made after 2012, it's not going to appear on their discography list, but this is pretty close to everything. And there's tons of photos and tour photos and on-stage photos and just magazine photos, pictures, tons of stuff, dude. Just tons of photos in here. And it goes through almost about 70 to 100, it's like 70 to 80 bands in here. Anything from anything from, let's see here. There's anything from AC/DC on down to Acid King, to Candlemass, to Faith No More, to Exodus, to Iced Earth, to Immortal, to Yanni Melbstein, to L7, Lacuna Coil, Lamb of God, Metallica, Megadeth, Mr. Bungle, Napalm Death. There's like Obituary in here, Pantera. There's Deep Purple. There's Queen, Queensryche, Quiet Riot, Rainbow, Rammstein, Rat Raven, Riot, Rose Tattoo, Rush, Rose Tattoo, who's actually a newer band, somewhat now, it seems like. Stormtroopers, Stars, Spinal Tap, even goes through the fictional band Spinal Tap. UFO, Uriah Heep, Steve Vai, Van Halen, Voivod, which I just listened to, one of their best songs ever. Warhorse, Warlord, Warrant, Wasp, Whitesnake, Winter, White Zombie, Winter, Witchfinder, General, Wolf Mother, Wolf Mother, who actually is what's the song called? Joker and the Thief? Yeah. Zebra and Y&T, dude. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Amazing band. Book. If you have not got it, get it while you still can. And now it is time for the metal album review. Ooh, yes. Ooh. Spooky, huh? It's time for the metal album review, and today we are reviewing one of the big four, and I figure my first Spreaker show should be a big album that is pretty much still generally relevant. Well, I mean, not to say my first video on my YouTube for this here is actually relevant, is not relevant, but it's a difference. So let's go. And the first album we are reviewing on this Metal Album Mania is Metallica, Ride the Lightning. Yes, we are doing Metallica's Ride the Lightning. Yes, we are. Okay, we are doing Metallica's Ride the Lightning. Now, to start off with, I like to do a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff, but I don't have my thing, so let's go ahead and grab Let's grab my iPad so we can get this up quickly. Get this together for you all. That's the floor. I need that. We're going to get this up here for you all. Oh, it's still on. Okay, good. Let's see here. We're going to get this up. I don't know why some of this stuff, but I guess because it just did it. Okay, let's grab this here. Okay, we are still where we need to be. Okay, so first of all, let's start off with a little history of Metallica, so that people who do, well, I'm not going to say that because I do think that there are people who, there are people out there who don't know who they are, but I'm sure that 90% of you people know, but we're just going to give a little background history just to coincide with this. Metallica is an American heavy metal band. It was formed in Los Angeles, California. Metallica formed in 1981 with James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich. They formed together after Ulrich posted a ad in a magazine, or, well, newspaper. Well, I don't know what it was called. It was a local newspaper. It was called The Recycler. It was Los Angeles' version of the Village Voice. Like San Francisco had the Village Voice in San Francisco. I'm not sure if that's right. Village Voice. I'm not sure if it was New York or San Francisco, but whatever. It was like the Village Voice kind of thing. It was like San Francisco's local newspaper, whatever. Whatever it was like that. Now, the current lineup features Hetfield and Ulrich. Hetfield on guitar, Ulrich on drums, Kirk Hammett on lead guitar. Hetfield's the rhythm guitarist, and Robert Trujillo. Lead guitarist Dave Mustaine, Ron McGovney, Cliff Burton, and Jason Newsted are four members of the band. And they collaborated with a guy from like 1990 to 2003. His name was Bob Rock. He is one of the big guys there. The band's fast tempos, awesome instrumentals, great stuff like that. We're going to go here to a little of a history here. It was formed in Los Angeles, California in 1981 when the Danish drummer Lars Ulrich placed an advertisement in a local Los Angeles paper called The Recycler, which read, "Drummer looking for metal musicians to jam with Tigers of Pantene, Diamond Head, and Iron Maiden. Three distinctly different bands." James Hetfield and Hugh Tanner of Leather Charm actually answered the call. Now, how they came about their name now is that one of was it Lars's friends, I think it was. It was Ulrich's friend, Ron Quintana, who was coming up with a name for a fanzine. It was either Metal Mania or Metallica. And Lars liked Metallica and offered it to Hetfield, and Hetfield said yes, and there you go. That was the Metallica way. Now, they were also looking for a second person as lead guitarist, and who should answer the call but Dave Mustaine. Recorded his first song, Hit the Lights, for Metal Massacre 1 compilation. Hetfield played bass on the song, and Lloyd Grant was excellent with a guitar solo. Metal Massacre was released on June 14th, 1982. Early pressings listed the band with two T's, not one. So it's Metallica, not Metallica. There's two T's in there. Sorry. Although arranged by error, Metallica created enough buzz with the song, and the band played its first live performance on March 14th, 1982 at Radio City in Anaheim, California, with newly recruited bassist Ron McGovney. The band's first taste of live success came early when they're chosen. Yes, we know. Now, we're going to go down here to Kill 'Em All real fast, and we're going to do this really quickly here. Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and Master of Puppets. Now, imagine in 1983 they traveled to Rochester, New York to record their debut album, Metal Up Your Ass. Now, apparently the people didn't like the name of the album, so boom, they had to change it. They changed it to Kill 'Em All, and that's where we got Kill 'Em All from. There we go. Now, Mustaine was kicked out of Metallica for violence, drugs, and drinking problems. They kicked him out, but he later went on to found Megadeth. So we all know where that went. So if it wasn't for them kicking him out of the band, probably would have been no Megadeth. There wouldn't be a Megadeth without Metallica, I'd like to say, even though they fight back and forth. But anyway, now, Kill 'Em All. We're going to go down here to this one. Electric Records and Michael Douglas attended a Metallica concert. Okay, Killer Creepy Death, a limited edition single. Okay, and then we get down to Ride the Lightning. And here it is, Ride the Lightning. And we're going to get this started. We're going to have to get this done pretty fast because this is not going to be because it's not live, so I can't really work this show as fast as I'd like. So here we go. First of all, the album includes, it was released in 1984 as their second album, and it starts off with Fight Fire with Fire, Ride the Lightning, For Who the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black, Trapped Under Ice, Escape, Creeping Death, and Call of the Cthulhu. Now we're going to start off with one of these, the first song here on the album. This is Fight Fire with Fire. Now, as you all know, Fight Fire with Fire does stand for, fighting, using ammunition to, fight ammunition, fight fire with fire. Basically, if somebody's going to fire at you, you got to fire back at them. Describing the world right before, during nuclear apocalypse, the title means fight nuclear fire with nuclear fire. Hence, nuclear war will lay us to rest. Or shall lay us to rest, excuse me. Written at a time when Hetfield was obsessed with death and apocalypse and everything like that. And this song came out of that period where he was obsessed with death. Now, this is really cool to know because one of my other favorite bands is Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it was kind of cool to know that Flea's favorite song is Fight Fire with Fire. I was like, wow, that's cool. Because I really do enjoy this album. So it's very bright and clean tones at the beginning. Then the speed comes in. Hetfield's guitar is signature at 4:45. It's a medium-length Metallica song, and the solo is classic Metallica. And at the end, Hammett does this. Well, not Hammett, but Bum. Is it Hammett? Yeah, it is Kirk Hammett. Okay, excuse me. I got my years mixed up here. I have a list of what years these guys joined the band, and if they left, when they left. So Kirk Hammett does this great pick slide at the end of the song. They're just kind of cool. Kind of way. What a way to end a song, I give that song I give it a 4.9 out of 5. I mean, it's right up there. It's not completely one of my favorite songs, but it is up there. And now the next song is Ride the Lightning. Now, Ride the Lightning is a song in lyrical nature. Is about a man who's on death row and going to be executed in the electric chair. But it also goes into depth on how he feels and what he's thinking about as his time draws near. Now, there is some sort of myth or mythology, there's some sort of not urban legend, there's some sort of fiction. I don't know if it's fact or fiction, but there's some sort of claim on the lyrics at the end of the song. It says, "Wakened by the horrid scream, freed from the frightening dream," that there is some sort of this is all some sort of dream. We don't know. I don't think that they've ever come out and said anything about the last few lyrics on that song. Title came from a Stephen King book, The Stand, which I have read twice, which is very good. Let's just say the classic riffs to start, large classic drumming, it just brings this song, just the beats. And the bass, man, is major too, because I have this subwoofer here in my room, and I just put something up there, and I just try to feel my fingers, feel how hard the beats are, and it's really, really hard Metallica song. The solo is long and fast Metallica, showcase Metallica, and Hetfield's rhythm guitar work, and showcases Hammett's lead guitar in there very, very well, and his solos are amazing. It's an excellent show. It's an excellent song at live shows. Okay, the next one we're going to do here is For Whom the Bell Tolls. This is based on Ernest Hemingway's book, the same name. So that's real. That book I've never read. The only book I've ever read by Ernest Hemingway was Old Man and the Sea, but I had to read that for school, for high school anyway. The description that they give that I got from the book was it's about a guy who had the task of taking out a bridge during the Spanish Civil War held by this fascist army. This is another song in which Burton's bass is mistaken for a guitar solo. Yes, he plays kind of high on the bass, so it kind of sounds like there's a guitar solo at the very beginning. But no, that's Cliff Burton there. Burton played the intro with light distortion. Now, due to Hammett says that the song was regularly played by Burton when him and Burton were in hotel rooms together. Hammett recalls Burton playing it for James and James adding an accent to the end of it, and all of a sudden it changed, and Hammett just recalls saying, "Cliff is in the house." The bells at the beginning start to get you set for the song, kind of slow and methodic. Guitar solo to start off with. Hetfield's guitar goes great with Burton's bass, even though the lyrics start halfway through the song. 5 stars, time marches on. This song gets 5 out of 5 as well in my book. Now the next one we have here is probably one of the best songs, and it is Fade to Black. It's about life worth living and wishing to be dead. In the last 2 verses, the person realizes that life is too good to let go, but it's too late. No one but me can save myself, but it's too late. Yep. Metallica wrote this song shortly after, Hetfield wrote this song shortly after their equipment had been stolen, before they were set to record. And Hetfield had a sense of like, well, what do we do now? We have really nothing to work with here. Pretty much, my dream is over, being in a band. My dream is over. But as Hetfield was surveying the not really the carnage, but the scatterment of the equipment, he realized that one of his favorite and his first amps was taken as well. So it's pretty sad. I mean, slow riff is great at the start of the song, and the solo is one of the best. Actually, excellent guitar solo. Getting lost in myself. Lose the will to live is some great lyrics. 5 stars as far as I'm concerned. Then it kicks in with a fast guitar riff at 6:57. It is a very medium Metallica song length, but great. Now, Trapped Under Ice and Escape are pretty good. Trapped Under Ice is about a guy trapped under ice when no one can hear him scream. It's about pain and suffering, and the subject feels possibly a sense of profound loneliness and alienation. Loud guitars, booming vocals make this song one of the underrated songs. Then you have Escape, played by Metallica at Orion Music and More Festival in Atlantic City, New Jersey on June 23rd, 2012, while performing entire Ride the Lightning album. It's only the 4th or 5th time. I don't remember what the exact number is, but it's between 4 and 5. They don't like to play it live because it's in the... Well, Hetfield says he didn't like to play it live because it's a key of A. It doesn't seem to work for them live. It's about resilience and inner strength, almost a groove metal song. At 4:24, short for Metallica song, but loud and nerdy. Loud and heavy. I said nerdy, but that's not right. Loud and nerdy. What? Very underrated song. Really puts together the album together. Kind of an anthem for people with disabilities. Probably an anthem with people with, And I can say this might be a good song for people who are coming out of violent relationships. Domestic violence relationships and stuff like that. Now the next song that's coming out is Creeping Death. And this song is about the life of Moses and the plagues that were put on the Egyptians. Moses is told... Okay, now listen. Now, if you know about the whole thing, there's a part in Exodus where Moses tells his people to put lamb's blood on the doors. But the Egyptians did not heed this warning. And God killed everyone's firstborn. That included the Pharaoh's oldest son. It's a great. It's also inspired by the. It's also was the song was inspired by the Ten Commandments movie. Great song. Also, it is a great live song because the audience loves to join in the chorus of "Die, Die, Die." Hammett really wrote the song while in Exodus as "Die by His Hand." It was recorded as a demo but never released. Great guitar riff and drum, fast at 6:30. 6:35, it is a medium-length Metallica song, but still. And so it gives you just enough to keep you, to like satisfy you, but not too little as to say, I want more. 5 stars, showcases the writing of the band and the staying power of the song. Solos are awesome as well. Perfect song, 5 out of 5. Call of Cthulhu is the second consecutive Metallica instrumental on a song. On a CD, on an album, excuse me. Basically, the last one was their first song off Kill 'Em All, which was Anesthesia Pulling Teeth. Now, not much more to say here, but it starts off kind of eerie. Use of guitars and drums and rhythm makes this song excellent. At 8:53, it is the longest song on the album. It is the Call of the Cthulhu. That's all I have to say about that. The song gets about a 4.5 out of 5. Now, the album review, overall the album is great. It's a little over 50 minutes. It's not a long album, but it's not a short album either, so it's not like, but it still keeps you engrossed in throughout the entire album. If you are a fan, you must pick up the disc. Because, it's amazing. It's an amazing song. It's an amazing album. Just great album. They really showcase their skills and put themselves on the map. Basically, they showcase what is going to come from this. They showcase the future in this album. Basically, what can happen, and boom, it did. Love the album. 5 stars. What a way to make an awesome album. Some great guitars and drums. Classic Metallica. Get it now. Now, if you are a true fan. Well, not really a true fan, but if you are a giant, huge fan, and you have a chance to, and you see the green pressing, French pressing of the album, pick it up because it's one of only 400 left in existence, apparently. Lightning is one of the best albums if you have a chance to get the French misprint in green. Get it. It's a great cover to add to your collection. It's an awesome band. Always have been. And I didn't start listening to Metallica until the Black Album, but that was stuff. But I'm really going back because because that was about a couple years before I was even thought of. Literally. So it was 2 years and 3 months before I was thought of, guys. That's right. But yeah. Quickly here, I want to give a shout out to Jared Dines, excellent on YouTube, www.youtube.com/Jared Dines. Check him out; he is awesome. He does some great guitar covers, some funny guitar videos, drum videos, excellent. Next one I'm going to give out to is Rob Scallon. Excellent guy. He does not really do a lot of metal things, but he does a lot of other stuff. But awesome stuff. Also, I want to say, give a shout out to Stevie T. He's more of a comedic guitarist. Does really great videos, some funny videos. Awesome, check him out. And Ryan Bruce, if you want to get in the technical side of this stuff, check out Ryan Bruce. And basically, he can give you, it's fluff. We call it fluff, but give him some Ryan Bruce. Thank you guys. Check me out at Ty Cobby 2003 on YouTube. Just want to say thank you and keep rocking till your faces melt off.